Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are going to see how to illustrate this beautiful sketch of an apartment loft. In this video you are going to learn a lot of tips and tricks of how to create material textures and also how to make use of imported images onto different objects and also how to depict light and shadows. So this is going to be slightly fast forwarded, but if you want to draw along with me, please make sure to go to the settings and adjust your playback speed. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into this video. So firstly, I have taken this technical pen and I have started to draw what I have in mind. So if it is an apartment loft, I want a huge window overlooking a beautiful skyline, and also I want a side table right here. And if there is a side table, of course I want a couple of views, and then I want a centrally located sofa. Also guys, don't overthink about how your drawing is coming up, because you need to trust the process. You have different instruments in Procreate that would help you create your imagination into a beautiful sketch. So just trust the process and go ahead with whatever you have imagined in your mind. Also, feel free to draw any extra objects that you like, download a reference image and just carry on with whatever tips and tricks that I will be teaching you. So right now I'm just filling up with different objects. And now I'm switching on the drawing guide. And since this is going to be a one-point perspective sketch, so you just have to set up one vanishing point like this. You can see the line is parallel to my sketch, so I have set it up in such a way. I'm reducing the opacity of our sketch layout, and in a new layer with the drawing assist option on, I'm starting to draw the guide. So it's just gonna be very sharp square like guides for every object. Here comes the huge window. So I'm just switching it off and showing you how it looks. So since your drawing assist is on, just follow the lines or the grids. So once you start drawing, your hands will automatically move according to the perspective that you have set. This is how it is. So I'm just switching it back on and continuing with the sketch. I'm literally drawing the guides for each and every object. So I'm just moving this sofa slightly forward because it looks like as if it was attached on the wall. So I think the guide layer is almost done, and now I am reducing the opacity of this guide layer, switching off the sketch layer, and in a new layer using the technical brush I'm just going to draw everything freehand. You don't have to have the drawing assist option on for this, because right now you have your guides ready, so you don't have to have the fear of losing out on your perspective. So you just have to follow the guides. I'm just making all the sharp edges a little bit blunt, because like realistically a sofa wouldn't be this sharp, right? So I'm just making everything softer basically. So I'm just fast forwarding this process as well. So basically I'm drawing and adjusting everything within the given guide. Even the tables. So for all the tables and other objects, if you're not sure about the design, make sure to have a reference image so you can draw it like however you want to. And now for the ways and everything, I am using this symmetrical guide. Let me know in the comment section down below if you want a tutorial separately just for using the symmetry option alone. So here I am just erasing all the intersected lines within the object. You can use the soft brush eraser. That's the most easiest and very flexible tool to use for erasing the objects. Just drawing back the erased lines. So this is going to be your base sketch, so make sure to erase all the double lines and make the sketch as clean as possible. Just on the drawing assist option on, and you will be ready to use the symmetry guide option again. Just move it around wherever you want to draw. It's a very easy tool, you guys. So just let me know in the comment section down below if you want a separate tutorial just for using the symmetry tool. I'm also drawing a couple of cushions on the sofa because I felt it was looking a bit plain. And again erasing whatever is intersecting within the objects. There you go, you're almost done with the sketch. So this is going to be your base sketch now. And now let's start to fill in this sketch. So in a new layer, just color fill with a light gray color. So we are going to recreate a concrete texture. So using this heavy metal brush, I'll just pop up the image so it'll be easy for you to identify it. And then without much pressure, just brush about this gray color. Very slightly, don't put more pressure. It has to be very subtle. So just use a combination of black, gray and white to get this texture. So there you go. And now what I'm going to do is import a carpet texture that I've already downloaded. And I'm going to duplicate this. Use the magnetic snap option so that you will be able to move it smoothly. And just invert it horizontally so that it will give you a seamless texture. Duplicating it again. Duplicating it and moving it using the snap option tool. So there you go, you have got this carpet texture, and using the distort option, you just have to start placing the carpet according to the perspective. Just make sure the lines on the carpet are parallel to the perspective. So right now the carpet is similar to that of the color of the concrete. So what you can do is go to the adjustment layer and slightly decrease the brightness. So now you can see that the gray has become lighter. And now I am using the same technique even for the carpet. So I had already downloaded these textures from Pinterest. You can do the same. You can select colors of your taste, colors and designs or textures of your taste, and make sure it has a very good color combination. You can also download a very good color palette from Pinterest, and you can match the colors accordingly. So I'm just cleaning out the edges using the eraser tool option. And now I'm repeating the same process for basically all objects. So these are all painted canvases. And I downloaded this skyline picture also from Pinterest. And I'm just adjusting it like this. And this is in a very bright blue color. So what I'm going to do is go to the adjustments layer and just decrease the brightness and saturation for it to just go to a grayish tone, because that is how it is in reality. And now using the freehand selection tool, I'm going to select the sofa. And I'm color dropping it with this pink color. So basically until now I have only been importing textures and using the distort options I have been arranging it according to the perspective, and also selecting objects using freehand selection tool and color dropping it with its respective colors. Also the table, the same method, use the freehand selection tool and color drop it with the respective colors. Just repeating the same process for all the objects. And a black color for the table stand as well as for the windows, and filling up the other painted canvases. Erase the extra. Just using the automatic selection tool for the vase and other smaller objects. Go to the original layer, and only then you will be able to select the objects of that layer, and in a new layer you can start to fill the objects with the colors of your choice. So now that we have filled in all the textures, it's time for creating the shadows, which is my favorite part. Shadows can get any 2D images into 3D and it looks as realistic as possible. So it's just so satisfying to do this, you guys. What do you think? How important are shadows for our sketches? Just comment down below about your thoughts on this. So basically I'm giving shadows behind the paintings, behind the vase, behind every object, behind the sofas, and I'm doing the same thing even for the flooring. So we have this carpet flooring, so the edges would have the shadows beneath the objects, beneath the sofa, beneath the carpet you'll have slight shadows, and again on this blue carpet layer, just make sure to alpha lock each and every layer, you guys, so that the colors don't bleed onto another layer. I'm giving a circular shadow beneath this table, shadows at the edges, very slight. And now I'm going to develop this wooden texture for the wooden table using the soft brushed pen and using a darker color of brown. Just give this wooden grain texture. You can use a lighter color. You can use a combination of dark, light brown as well as black. And using the technical pen, I'm just highlighting the grains a little bit more. And don't forget the shadows on this wooden table as well. The shadows are casted because of the sofa. And repeat the same process for all the tables in brown. So basically representing it as a wooden grain texture. Give the shadows for that as well. So because of the objects, there are shadows casted beneath. Same thing goes for this central table. Make the legs darker because the shadows are casted on the legs. You can use a combination of flat brush pen and soft brush. So now moving on to the sofa, I'm using the soft brush pen, and with a darker pink, I'm just highlighting the edges of the sofa at the moment. And then using the industrial brush, Just with a darker pink, I'm brushing off slightly on it just to give that slight fabric like texture. And again back to the soft brush pen and a black color, just highlighting the edges. And using a flat brush pen, I'm just imitating the shape of this object, the shape of this sofa. So just use a combination of all these brushes, the soft brush pen, the flat brush and the industrial, to create this effect for the sofa. Make the right side a little bit more darker than the left because the light is coming from that window. And the same thing goes for the pillow as well. The right side would be slightly darker than the left because the window is placed at the left. Try to add more whites towards the left side. So even for this pillow, I'm using a combination of flat brush pen and as well as a soft brush pen, and a combination of dark blues, whites and blacks. And now back to the sofa. With a black color, I'm just highlighting all the edges. So right now it's starting to give this sketchy effect. And now I'm just creating a depth for these canvases so that it doesn't look 2D. So I'm highlighting all these edges at the sides as well as for the windows, just creating this depth using a darker color. So the front can be the original color, whereas the sides and beneath each of these mullions, just try to make it a bit darker. And again using the soft brush pen, I'm coloring these intersected lines back to its original color. There you go. And on the image layer, just on the alpha lock option, and using the flat brush pen and a white color, just try to create these flash-like thing so that it will give you this glass effect. And again go to the vase layer, and using the flat brush pen, try to create these strokes. Try to make it flow naturally, guys. Don't restrict your hands, be very flexible, and just make sure to give the light side whiter, whereas the other side make it dark. The same method, use it for all the other colors. So here you can see I'm using a white color for the left side and a darker color towards the right, and at the edges just give a black color so that it looks like it's casted shadows. Same thing for each and every object. And using a technical pen, I'm just creating this plant right here. You can do it freehand on a separate layer. And just highlighting it with a darker color. The same thing goes for the other vase here as well. And now to create the shadows, duplicate the plant layer and convert that into a multiply effect. Go to the adjustment option and reduce the brightness to completely black. Slightly displace this object from its original position. Select the Gaussian blur and slightly slide on the screen towards the right side, and there you go, the shadows are created. And also you can reduce the opacity slightly. And now using a flat brush pen and a white color, just create these strokes and use the Gaussian blur effect to blur it down a little bit, and there you go, you have these light rays beautifully attacking this little loft. So now since the light layer is on, you know where there is, which side it is more brighter. So accordingly, let's do this touch up. For each and every objects, just slightly make it darker. Even for the sofas, I'm doing the similar thing. For the tables, so I'm repeating the same process even for the canvases here. So there you go guys, we are done with this beautiful sketch. What do you think about this? Was it helpful for you? So this method can be used for interior designers, product designers, architects, anyone who wants to show their client about their process design, or just a conceptual sketch right before getting it rendered professionally, or also for academic purposes. This becomes a very handy procedure. And yeah, let me know in the comment section down below what you liked more about this video and what you learned in this video. And if you want any other tutorials, also let me know. I will come up with it in my next tutorial. So also, people who haven't subscribed to this channel, please make sure to subscribe. Only then I will be encouraged even more to bring out the best in me and give you the best quality of tutorials. And also thank you so much you guys for supporting me, and we have reached around 400 subscribers. I'm so happy and thankful to you guys. So yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Until then, always keep smiling because it reduces a lot of stress.